Look in the mirror. What do you see? A survivor, a dreamer, a world. Changer waiting to be unleashed. Let me tell you something. You were not born to fit in. You were chosen to stand out. This world doesn't need more doubters. It needs you. Now ask yourself, are you living life as it is, or as it could be? Look at yourself and look at your dreams. Detoxify your life, write that down. See, I think that most people never achieve their true goals in life because they're surrounded with too many toxic, negative, energy, draining people. You've got to look at the people in your life and ask yourself, question, what is this relationship doing to me? How is it impacting my life? Am I a better person? Sidney Poitier wrote a book called The Measure of a Man, and it's powerful. I encourage you to get the tapes. I love his voice. He said something in there when you go for a walk with someone. Something happens unconsciously. It's not spoken. Either you adjust to their pace or they adjust to your pace. Whose pace have you adjusted to? You want to surround yourself. My daughter, Ona Brown, who's a speaker and coach, says, call forth your team. But make sure these are people you can learn from. I'll never forget, I'm on a special board with Bishop T.D. Jakes. We went into a board meeting, and before opening the meeting, he looked at everybody and said, as soon as I know as much as you do, you're fired. Now, let's open the meeting. Everybody continued to learn on that point. A friend of mine, Dennis Kimbrough, motivational speaker out of Atlanta, said, if you're the smartest one in your group, you need to get a new group. So, as you look at yourself and into the future, call forth your team. George Fraser says, your network determines your net worth. Who do you allow to be in your ear? What kind of relationships are you developing? Are they an asset or a liability? Do they elevate your spirits or tear you down? We get two types of people, nourishing people and toxic people. Nourishing people bring out the best in you. They encourage you, inspire you, hold you accountable. Toxic people, they're critical, always telling you what you can't do, always measuring your possibilities based on their failures. My mother said, never let anybody tell you what you can't do. Son, especially if they haven't done it, they don't know what's possible for you. Begin to identify the relationships you communicate with most and ask, is this relationship helpful to me? Then think about some people you need to bring into your life that you can learn and grow from. I joined the National Speakers Association when I decided I wanted to speak. I wanted to be around people doing what I wanted to do. I'll never forget when I saw Dr. Norman Vincent Peale. He said, you have something special. You have greatness within you, and you can do more than you ever imagined. I was in the audience amazed. I'd read The Power of Positive Thinking 17 times. He was my hero. I saw him backstage and said, Dr. Peale, hi, my name is Les Brown. I've listened to your tapes, read your books. They gave them to us in special education. One day, I would love to be on stage with you. He looked at me and said, it's possible, young man. It's possible. This man gave me goosebumps. Deep baritone voice spoke from his diaphragm. You have something special. You have greatness within you. He overrode the inner conversations in my mind. I'll never forget what Dr. Carter G. Woodson said. If you can determine what a man shall think, you never have to concern yourself with what he will do. If you can make a man feel inferior, you never have to compel him to seek an inferior status. He will seek it himself. And if you can make a man feel justly an outcast, you don't have to order him to the back door. He'll go without being told. And if there's no door, his very nature will demand one. We live in a world where we're told more about our limitations than our potential. I did a study. If I say to you, you can't do that, 16 people have to come along and say you can do that to neutralize it. And it's the 17th you can do it. That finally sticks. You've got to watch who's speaking into you. You've got to begin to monitor your mind. You've got to be proactive in programming yourself to success. Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. As you begin to do that, you'll start to see incredible changes in your life. I understand now when Earl Nightingale said, all of us are self-made, but only the successful will admit it. As you look at your dreams and your goals, write this down, make know your vitamin. Most people stop short of their dreams because of rejection. Rejection is a myth. Jack Canfield said, rejection isn't when someone slaps you, it's just a no. Get excited about the no, because every no brings you closer to a yes. You will win if you don't quit. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. As you look at yourself and your goals and dreams, assess yourself. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What do you bring to the table? When I looked at becoming a motivational speaker, I saw that most were scripted. I didn't have a college education, credentials, or corporate experience. What could I do to offset my weaknesses? Something said, Les, Mr. Washington, Mr. Brown, yes, sir. What do you want to do with your life? I want to be successful. Good. You must be willing to do today what others won't do in order to have tomorrow what others won't have. That's why he said I had something special. Very few people attend seminars or workshops. They'll go to concerts, but not events that expand their minds. Information costs, but it pays for itself. Say this, it's me. Yes, it's me. It's possible. You can live your dream. It's necessary to have the mindset that I'm going to do this. You've got to take ownership and responsibility. George Bernard Shaw said, "The people who make it look for the circumstances they want, and if they can't find them, they create them." Say it with conviction. I expect to win. Yes, I asked my son Calvin if he wanted to be successful. He said, "Yes, Dad." Then I asked, "Do you expect to be successful?" His eyes got glassy. He just said, "Let's walk." Now he's in his 30s, single father of two, great mind, but he's behind on his dreams. I told him, "You've got to kick it up a notch." Bill Bailey said, "If you're casual about your dreams, you'll become a casualty." Shake someone's hand and say, "Kick it up a notch." Yes, what do you bring, whatever it is, kick it up a notch. What is your signature? Provide more service than you get paid for. Set high standards. Henry David Thoreau said, "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." What is your industry going to look like in 5 or 10 years? What is your reputation? Are you known for excellence? Are you constantly working to better your best? The Japanese say, "If it ain't perfect, keep working on it." Who do you have to unbecome to become who you truly need to be? I had to unbecome a DJ. I had to let go of music and start reading books. I didn't want to be a black speaker. I wanted to be the speaker. If I'm going to do it, I'm all in. I don't want to be in the back of the line. I want to be in the front, and I'm going to work and prepare to be a dominant voice. Take no prisoners. Like Mike Tyson, eat the wounded, starting at the ears. Let me get some ketchup. Laughter and jokes continue. Brown Leadership Entrepreneurial Institute is teaching our young people how to go into business for themselves, teaching them how to become entrepreneurs, giving them a larger vision of themselves, letting them know that you don't live life as it is. You live life as you are. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Transforming their mindset, teaching them the skill set that's required in this new economy of accelerated change, overwhelming complexity, and tremendous competition. Letting them know that this is a time where you have to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Unlearn the way that you've been operating, thinking, and behaving, and relearn because things are constantly changing. My vision has been, and I did it in Washington, D.C. and in Chicago, training kids and their parents and relatives together. I'm getting ready for 2023, and if you believe as I believe, what you're about to see has value. I want to see some fire. Toa, would you please play the video? Let us say together, "There's greatness in me. I was chosen by God for a great work. I was chosen. 1 out of 400 billion sperm. I'm destined for greatness. Because of my choices, my values, my destiny, my family, my church. It is my right to use my talents and my gifts to the best of my ability. You are the future world changers. You're the individuals that will begin to write the course of history. Change the world. First, start by changing yourself. You want to start by holding a vision of how you see yourself in the future. I had a vision of myself being a multimillionaire. I had a vision of myself being my own boss. Have a commitment to win. Most poor people don't have a commitment to win. If you ask them to do something, most poor people will say, "I'll try." You never want to use the language of "I'll try." That's the language of losers. You want to say, "I'll get it done." Consider it done. Most people never achieve their goals because they come out of poor culture. They have the habits and behaviors of making poor choices, so they suffer from possibility blindness. You want to be open to the possibilities. Do something you love. I love to speak. I love talking to people. I love to make people laugh and feel good. So I developed a career that allowed me to do that. Tiger Woods loves to play golf, and because he loves it, he mastered it, and that earned him millions of dollars. Booker T. Washington said, "As you begin to look at yourself and the future, your gifts, abilities, and talents are very important. A man is not judged by what he has accomplished, but by what he had to overcome to reach his goals." Our group, Prospects of the Future, plans to learn how to dare to be different, how to use school and our surroundings as tools to be successful in life, and how to just be an all-around great person. Les Brown is teaching us to strengthen our minds and develop our communication skills. Once you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are. Our group is called the World Changers. We hope to develop ourselves our networking skills, communication skills, and more. We've learned that when we speak, we need to speak to connect with others. To become excellent leaders, we must first become excellent servants. Hi, my name is W. My group is the future leaders of America. We've learned how to acquire knowledge and use it to become successful. We're learning to tap into our inner potential and greatness. Hi, my name is Joseph. I'm in the Achievers group. I plan to learn how to be a good, successful leader, how to manage money, and how to make right financial decisions for the long run. To be successful, you must be willing to do the things today others won't do in order to have the things tomorrow others won't. My name is Tammy. My group's name is Think Big, Make It Big. We learned it's good to dare to be different. We hope to learn how to give and take positive criticism. Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. Hello, my name is Larry. We are the Billionaire Boys Club. What I've learned so far is that in order to be successful, you have to follow your dreams and master your skill. Turn it into something positive. My name is Ashley. The name of my group is Future Leaders. I hope you learn how I can make a lot of money doing what I love. I've already learned that you can be successful in life no matter what. My name is T.W., and my group is called the Mindset Sisters. We learned that if you have a goal, it should become part of you and your daily routine. Envision your goal, reach for it, and you'll achieve it. We call ourselves YES, Youth Empowered to Succeed. What we learned today is we have to focus on our future now. Don't worry about the little things in life that don't matter. I learned to invest in myself and explore new strategies. Les Brown said, "Speak, connect. In life, you may not have everything you need at all times, but inside of you, you do have everything you need. The appearance might be that you lack resources, information, or education. But that doesn't mean you can't get it. That doesn't mean you can't attain it. That doesn't mean you have to be stoppable." Say with me, I am not stoppable, I am unstoppable. This concludes our first evening of training. These are incredible young people. Our future is bright because they're here. They have goals, dreams, and a sense of destiny. Look out, world, they're going to take it to the next level. This has been Mrs. M. Brown's baby boy, Cancer 4th stage. That looks like intensifying my efforts and monitoring everything that I eat. It has to be organic. My state of mind, keeping stress to a minimum. I don't play that. Anything that's unhealthy, anybody that's unhealthy for me, I cut off the relationship. I don't ask them, why did you do that? I cut it off. Why? It's my life. See, we got enough to deal with. When you got the coronavirus that has now mutated into another lethal form and is easier to spread, that kind of tension and stress by itself is enough. So you're not given the luxury of accommodating toxic, negative people in life. If you want to live, I want to live. I remember years ago, I read this book called Who's the Matter with Me? You've had people say, you make me sick. That's real. There are people who can do that to you if you allow them to, and you have to put your foot down and say, I don't do drama. Don't come up here with that. I don't do drama, and you don't have to defend that. See, there is no duplicate for life. You only get one, and so you want to live it to the fullest. You want to have special moments. You want to have peace of mind. 47% of Americans can't get a good night's sleep, and I've been one of them. Babby, you have to work at it. Here's something else. Make a conscious effort to look at and recruit people in your life that you know have been good to you. That you need to deepen that relationship, that they bring out the best in you. They inspire you. They make you feel good about yourself. You all have fun together. You want to reach out to those people and schedule some time to see each other, virtually, each week where you have individual and collective goals that you're working on. I'm doing that with my family and with my clients. I'm working with them, and that's why I would like to say to those of you that would like for me to coach you and be in a community of greatness, I want you to put hungry in the comment section if you'd like to work with me, if you'd like for me to be your coach, and in this first 90 days, teach you some of the things I've learned. I'm 75, and so I've learned some things. I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two. Let me share something with you. When you upgrade your relationships, when you make it a point to consciously get toxic, negative energy, draining people who have a propensity for creating drama, out of your life. Sometimes you don't even realize how toxic some relationships are until you get out from under them. And I'm sure you've had the experience when somebody who created a whole lot of problems for you and something happened, and when it ended you say, whoa, I had no idea. A friend of mine, her husband died, and I said, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. She said, oh no, don't be. What? No, I'm glad he gone, honey. I'm glad he gone. No, 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 don't be sad for me. Don't be sad for my loss. Oh no. It's real good, God. Look at God, he answered prayers. I was shocked, and another friend I saw, and she had gone through a divorce. I said, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that." She said, Don't be, no, no, no. I have peace of mind, honey. It's better to be alone than to wish you were. I've heard you say that, and that's real. That relationship was turning my hair gray. I gained an extra 60 pounds. No, I'm good. I'm fine, all by myself. This thing called life, you know, Corona, she has everybody rethinking stuff up in here. Rethinking. People looking at each other saying, I don't know if I want to do this for another 20 years. You looking too healthy. Yet, you know, I thought I could hang in there, but no, no, no. He taking too many vitamins and things. Look like you want to live long. No, no, no. Here's the other thing. Do something that you, when I look at my life, and I really want you to look at this and think about this when I'm through, do something that the future you will say, thank you for making that decision. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for taking your life in a new direction. That's what you want your future self to say. Because in my case, I decided I was going to do something I love. My calling is to speak. My calling is to train speakers. My calling is to change lives. I decided consciously I was going to find a way to do it. 1. I invested in myself. This will not be a new year unless you learn something this year that will have a dramatic impact on your life that you did not know last year. That will allow you to take care of yourself, that will allow you to control your own personal economy, that will allow you to call your own shots, that will allow you to have peace of mind. Most people, they're through with the celebration. They forgot what their New Year's resolutions were. No, no, no. You listened to me for 90 days. Mental resolve is major now. People having meltdowns, snapping, blinking out. Mental resolve is major now. It's a series that I've done on how you can choose the future that you want, rather than the future that's already set in place and that's delivered to you, and you just step into. You don't want to do that. No, you're only given one life. You want to create. Created by the Creator to create, and sometimes we just go to sleep at the wheel of life. You don't want to do that. You want to wake up, and every move you make, you want to make it meaningful. Every move you make, you want it to mean something. Everything you do, you want some payoff out of it. Went through too much in 2020 not to make 2021 the best year on the planet. You went through too much to get here. Let me tell you, I mean that. Corona, she ain't playing, but we're not playing either. In order to create the life you want, it requires sacrifice. It requires discipline. It requires expanding the time that you spend with yourself, looking at yourself and asking yourself the question, is this the life that I want to live? Is this me? Is this relationship me, where I'm living? Is this environment me? The job that I'm doing to provide for myself or my family, is that me? Do I have some other options? Absolutely, then do that which is you. Don't be a member of the woulda, shoulda, coulda club. No, I would if I could. No, that doesn't work, no. Only put off for tomorrow the things that you're okay with dying in you today. You have something special, and you are here. We are here because of God's grace and mercy. We are here to do the greater work and feel good about that. Feel good. If you're still reeling from 2020, I know I'm still reeling from it. I'm saying it couldn't end fast enough for me. I'm telling you. And so this time, as you look behind and thank God that you made it, look around and praise God. See the new opportunities, doors open that you did not see. And look within, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. Go within and seek God, and look ahead and follow God. Let him order your steps, because this is your time. You've gone through too much hell for 2021 not to be your time. Get it done in 21. You got to come at it with a vengeance. Take no prisoners and eat the wounded. Get it done in 21. Oh no, Corona, don't try and come up here. I don't care how many cousins you got, and how many mutations you got up in here. I'm not no fool. I'm going to keep social distancing. I'm going to do the things I need to do to live to be here, and stay away from those crazies, but I'm going to get it done. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to do some things that I dreamed about, and things I've been putting off, and make it happen, find a way. People are being creative now unlike anything we've seen before, because when you are locked down, you can't move around, you come up with all kinds of stuff. I'm just reading where a guy was in solitary confinement in prison, and he used the time productively to study math, and came up with some masterful mathematical equations solving problems that people who were not in prison in solitary confinement haven't done. The genius. He took that time to think rather than be in despair. He took that time to be productive rather than just sit in solitary confinement and beat his head up against the wall. Yeah, they imprisoned him, but they didn't imprison his mind. You got a mind, be not conformed to this world. Oh yes, don't allow your mind to be the victim of weapons of mass distractions. You got work to do, you're on a mission. Possible, this is your time, get excited about it. Sit down, you know what I do in the morning. At first, I say, All things work together for good for those who love God and for those who are called according to his purpose. Next thing I say is, Lord, whatever I face today, together, you and I can handle it. Next thing I do, I review the 7 things that I want to get out of the day. 7 things I want to get out of the day. Most people just want to get through the day. See, if you don't have an agenda for your life, you're going to be a part of somebody else's agenda. Okay, and next thing that's very, very important, make a commitment to learn something today that you didn't know yesterday. Make a commitment before you go to bed tonight that there's something new that you have learned. If you develop those habits, let me share something with you. The opportunities of creating joy, love, happiness, and excitement are unlimited. This is your moment. Your future is waiting for you to wake up and claim it. No more playing small, no more second guessing. You are powerful beyond measure. The world won't hand it to you. You've got to go take it, and when doubt knocks, let your greatness answer the door. Now say it with me. I am not stoppable. I am unstoppable. I was born to win. I was built for greatness, and I will not settle for less. The world hasn't seen the best of you yet, but it will.